Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Y'all ready? Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Oh yeah. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Who listen? Welcome to Lil Tea Time. All right. Welcome to Lil Welcome to Welcome to Lil Welcome to Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. All right, so what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It is Jared, aka Jarius D, your favorite published author's favorite published author, and your host of A Little Tea Time. Y'all, welcome over to the YouTube channel tonight. If you're tuning in for the very first time tonight, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and share tonight's show so that someone else can view it later.
Absolutely.
I got to send some major love to tonight's guest that's in the building. Shout out to Mr. Ego Trip. Welcome to A Little
Thank
Tea
you.
Time.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much. This is a blessing. I always enjoy working with other content creators and jumping on platforms. So thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
yes, yes. So I'm gonna give the people a little background at home. I met Khalid, who is Ego Trip, when I was every bit of 19 or 20 years old. And we was out at JC Penney's and we was in Penny's going for this bag. And he was just this
Wow. That was a while ago. Wow.
yeah, many different hairstyles, many different tattoos, many different piercings, different lives at that particular time, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, this was a very and still is a very suave and debonair guy that I met at that particular time, and he's just going through selling shoes. Right?
Yep. Yeah, I sold shoes. That was hard work. Working with people and you got to get down and put the little booty on their foot. And some people, man, I'm telling people be looking at you while you putting the stuff on their foot. I'm telling you, it was a humbling experience, but I had to go through that to get to where I'm at now. So I
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes. So he was working in the shoe department, and I was working in the men's department. So after I helped
Yeah.
them find clothes, I just simply was going to help to ego trip to find their shoes.
Yep.
So had a good time.
Wow. You took me back with that.
Yes.
Wow.
Over the years, we ran into each other going to college.
Yep.
Um, just you've been a big bro to me and a mentor to me for literally over what 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. It's amazing how time flies by. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But man, I appreciate those kind words. It feels good to know that I'm appreciated and so long of a time. You know what I mean? As a good friend, and I appreciate those kind of words.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This is a good man right here, y'all. Like I'm saying this as a person who knows him. He good people.
Wow.
But we're
Thank
gonna
you.
get into
Thank
this music and we're gonna talk more
Okay.
about this music.
Okay.
So can you tell the viewers at home a little bit about yourself, Mr. Ego?
Okay. So yeah, I'm Kali. As the artist, I'm Ego Trip. A lot of fans call me. A lot of people that like my music call me 3goTrip. So I adopted that too, I guess. And then they call me 3Go. So a lot of cool nicknames. But I've been doing music um, since the '90s. Yeah, did my first album way back in 1997. It was called The Embryo. I worked with a group called Presidential Players. Big shout out to J May, Primo, my boy V Smooth. Oh, and my homeboy Tez. Y'all, they're out there still working, doing music, and we dropped a couple albums on Dark Side Records back in early 2000. I did a couple albums with I did an album with my homeboy Hotep. Yeah, DOA. Big shout out to Hotep if you're watching this. I ain't forgot about you, homie. And then me and my boy Tox, we did an album. We called ourselves The Roaches, and we did an album. And then I did a lot of solo work. Man, I just love music. I'm really good friends with Odell from Beats by the Pound, Odell Vickers. Big shout out to my boy Odell. I see you out there in love, being happy in the world. Holla at your boy, big homie. And yeah, but everything has just been amazing with music, and just right up until now, I up until this year, I took a small hiatus away from music, and I wanted to I was going through a lot. Like I was trying to figure out, because I love music. I love being a songwriter. Anybody that knows me knows that I love music.
Mhm.
And but I was trying to figure out, like, what am I doing this for? Like, and how can I make this work, like, in a real way? I mean, you making songs and just kicking them out there is fun, but I want the world to hear them.
Mhm.
I'd like to make some money. So, I had to step back and recalibrate and figure that out. And so that's what I've been doing here, and quietly, working on stuff quietly, and just building silently. But yeah, music is my love. I love music. For everybody that's been hitting my DM and sending me messages, yo, when you drop something, I'm coming with it. Just give me a little bit of time. I've been trying to figure myself out and just rediscovering the love again. So yeah.
Is this trying word? You're not trying, you're actually doing.
Uh, mm, that's true. I do. I'm a doer.
He's a doer.
I'm a doer. For
And
sure.
I pay attention. I've been following this man on IG and Facebook for a while.
Yeah.
He also even went and started a YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which has been really where I was trying to go with this thing the whole time, because I realized that if I want to get my music out there, I need to build a platform. I need to build a platform where I can put the music out there and I'm in control and people can hear it. I don't want to be in a position where I'm depending on somebody. Please sign me or put my music out, because it don't work that way. And usually you don't get rewarded and treated well doing it. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to build my own platform, get my own self out there. I believe in me. And, so hey, I just started building a platform. It's High Velocity Philosophy. Go look for me on YouTube, y'all. High Velocity Philosophy. Um, I'm not. It's not just rap and hip hop on there. I'm being a YouTuber, and so it's entertaining. So yeah, find your boy.
Yeah, now he's also a YouTube sensation.
Yeah,
He's
thank you,
being
thank you,
modest, but
thank you,
like this man that went viral on YouTube,
thank
y'all.
you, thank you. It's just I had to work hard too. It wasn't easy. YouTube is one of them things where it's a gift and a curse, because it's all on you. So that's the gift. You work at your own pace and do it how you want, but it's also a curse because it's all on you. So if don't nothing get done, it's all on you. Nobody's over you telling you to do it. Nobody's motivating you. You got to find your own self motivation and do it. So YouTube is one of them things, but I love it, and I'm very excited about the future and continuing to grow as a content creator.
So when you are not busy working on your content, what are you doing for fun?
Oh man, well, I like to, of course, write music and produce, but I've really gotten into writing stories.
Mm.
I've been working on a couple stories that I've been writing and being creative that way. That's completely new for me. I've always been a writer as far as music and stuff is concerned, and that sort of thing. But getting into creative story writing is a new thing, and I'm excited about it. I wanted so I do that for fun, but I also work on my body and work out, and I have fun doing that, and working on my body. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but I do like to work out and go to the gym and that sort of thing too.
He's saying this. Can someone out there in the universe, in the world, out there watching the video tonight, when y'all see this, can y'all just comment on this? What's fun about it? Make me understand what's fun.
No, it's weird. It's weird, but it's kind of addictive because I've always been super slim all my life, right? I was
Right.
always the little guy. And
Right.
so I started hitting the weights and eating good. And somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody saw me. They were like, damn, and they were like shocked. And so, yeah, that felt good. It was like, it made my heart and my ego jump, and it was motivation. And so, yeah, I just became addicted to it. And I I don't know. I feel good. I feel better than ever. Actually, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Yes, sir, as you
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
As you should. So, what inspired you to develop your idea to be this multi-talented creator that you are now?
Wow, wow. What inspired me? um, I've followed my heart. I had to figure out who I was. For years, I didn't know who I was. I went to college. I was working at J.C. Penney's and Dillard's. I was in the Air Force at one time. I didn't know who I really was, though. And over time, I started to realize, well, I like to be creative and I like to, be entertaining. And so I had to figure out, well, how do I do that? Like, what is it that I need to do to be the ultimate version of me? And so it just was a lot of soul searching, man, and digging deep and being real with myself and discovering, okay, I don't like that, so I'm not doing that no more. And this right here is what I actually love, so I'm gonna do that. And I just started following my gut, man, believing in me. A lot of times it doesn't pay really well, but I'm not really worried about the money. I feel like if I do what I love, I'm gonna do it well, and the money's gonna come.
This is something that I've learned being now an actor and a writer and being in this industry for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
You want to build connections with people. You want to build contacts. That is more of more money to me than anything.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Because
definitely.
if you got the right people on your side, if you know the right people, they will open the doors and get you to the door.
Oh man, the right people. It's as a matter of fact, it's all about who you know and your relationship with that person. That's everything with everything, not just music, but life. It's
Right.
about who you know and your relationship with them. So I'm 100 with you. That's part of the reason why I enjoy going and like traveling, going to DC and stuff like that, and Virginia and stuff, and just moving around. I want to travel and move around and just meet more people because the more people I meet that that are doing things, I can add to my list of people that I can go to, and that's what I'm trying to build a reliable network of people that I can work with in good relationships.
Yes. Yes. Like this man, hey, were you out at South by Southwest?
I was at South by Southwest in 2023. It was last year, and it was amazing. I love South by Southwest. If you haven't been to South by Southwest, first of all, that's a big convention in Austin, Texas, where it's like a 2.5 week event where entertainers will come. Like one week will be film, and so they'll do nothing but film stuff there. The film festival, independent films, actors will be there, screenwriters, producers, like all agents, all those people are out there. And then the next week comes and it's music. So you have all these artists that come out there and rappers, singers, people that play instruments from around the world. And it's packed, it's fun. People are performing all over the place. And it's a lot of great contacts. I met a lot of people. If y'all are watching, people I met at South by Southwest, holla at your boy. I enjoy South by Southwest, and I recommend everybody that's an artist or people that just like to have a good time and get out. Go.
Don't be surprised if you see this beautiful face. Because I am that guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Y'all just ain't met me yet in Austin, but don't be surprised if y'all catch
Oh,
me
I
out in Austin.
love Austin, Texas. It's a beautiful city. Um, Austin is nothing like Dallas and Houston and Fort Worth and stuff. Like Austin is a whole different world. So yeah, if y'all haven't been to Austin, man, you should definitely go. Big shout out to Austin, Texas, man. Big shout out.
All right. I'll see y'all doing it like that down there.
Oh man, it's a nice city, man. It's a real nice city.
What was the food like?
The food was good. You know, you had the typical Texas food there. But at South by Southwest, they had food trucks. So they had, if you like to eat, food trucks was there, and they had the Jamaican truck. You know, I hit them up every day and got that Caribbean jerk chicken in my life every day. But then they also had, of course, they had the tacos, and then they had the pizza and stuff like that. Man, it was fire. It was fire.
All right, so South by Southwest,
Yes,
when y'all see this, just holler at your boy. I'll come through and do a little tea time.
absolutely, absolutely.
Next question up is how did you decide when to establish your brand as an artist?
Mm, mm. You know, it was a long time ago. It's always changed though because I've worked with different people. So whenever I work with somebody, I'll assimilate with that person and we'll come to a common agreement. This is what we're gonna do. And so that's what I did. It wasn't until I went solo where I started to go, okay, what am I gonna do as an artist? And I went on my little journey and started to feel out where I wanted to go. And I don't know. It was just an evolution. I kind of just worked on myself and my look and what I wanted to, look like to the people. And I just constantly worked on that and just continued to work on the music. And it was just an evolution, I guess I could say. I evolved to 3GoTrip. It was an evolution. I didn't come to the agreement like, oh, one day I'm just gonna wear a mask. I'm gonna have my goatee like this. I'm gonna do. That was all a process. And if you go to my Instagram, you could see. If you go to the first video, you could see I was a regular dude with a bald head with some glasses on, rapping. And then one day it just changed. And one day I was inspired. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear a mask. Okay, I'm gonna grow my beard like this. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. And so I just evolved to that point. Thank God. Thank God. I'm really happy too that I got there.
And I gotta share this with you. We talked about this, but we're gonna talk about it on camera. The
Okay.
last time you did a little tea time, you wore your mask,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
After that particular interview, what was the play? The Phantom of the Opera play retired that year after
Wow.
we did
Yeah,
your
yeah,
interview.
yeah, yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. What a coincidence. Yeah, and I mean, for those that don't know, that was the style of mask that I was wearing. I have a brand new mask that somebody made me though. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. Big shout out to you though for making the mask. It's all leather. I'm gonna come back with that mask soon, y'all. And
Season 9, he'll be back.
yeah, 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 yeah. So y'all ain't gonna miss it. I'm coming with it.
Uh, so you was telling me about you starting your YouTube channel. How did you establish your brand with your YouTube channel?
Okay, so yeah, I had to really brainstorm it because I had a YouTube channel originally. It was my artist channel for Ego Trip for my music, and so I needed to break away from that. I needed to break away from that and make a channel that I could be myself, not with the mask on and not just music, but I could be myself. I could be a YouTuber. So I had to think about it, and I decided that I wanted to make a YouTube channel that was serious, that could be taken serious. I wanted to have content that was respectable for like a classroom. So that was the reason why I did the Harlem Renaissance video and the documentary style videos, like the other one I did on the first black Congress members in the United States. I wanted to put information out there, something that could be watched over and over again. But I also am in the process of learning how to just be myself on YouTube, how to just get on here and flow. And something new for me. I'm trying to get there. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it was just an evolution. I had to really brainstorm though. I had to sit down and go, what am I gonna name this? And I got a lot of help. My homeboy Richard Hill, Maximus, if you're watching, man, big shout out to my boy Rich, man. Thank you, my brother. Rich did a lot of just inspirational talk, sent me some banners and stuff that I used for my page. My son was a big help. My daughter was a big help. Um, man, just everybody that was around me, I was able to bounce ideas off of. Yeah, yeah, and they all helped me get to this point.
It's trippy sitting here with you when we think back on where we were.
Mm.
You met this little, I was 19, 20 years old
Wow.
when you met me.
Wow. Wow. That's wild to me.
And here we are talking about our YouTube channels and building our brands and
Yeah.
what we're doing currently.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
would have thought?
Yeah. Well, see, it's an interesting point. Um, it makes me think of the future. It makes me think, okay, well then, who knows what the future is going to be, right? But it's definitely going to be something that we've created, right? And it's definitely going to be something that we love, and we're taking charge of our lives. So I'm excited about the future, frankly. I'm very happy about the future.
I know I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
This show's going to be bigger than what it is, people. Y'all better believe it.
Yeah,
It's going
absolutely.
to get bigger. Next question is, how have your priorities changed since you started the business of your YouTube channel?
Wow. My priorities changed big time because I decided that I was going to treat my YouTube channel like a real job. Like I'm not going to treat it like a hobby. And so, with a real job, you got to be up in the morning at a certain time. You got to start work at a certain time. You go by a schedule, and I had to do that. I had to prioritize because I want to be successful with YouTube. I want to be successful with all of my endeavors, and YouTube is just the platform that I'm going to build it on. So I had to start taking it serious, man, and treat it like a job.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because this is work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's serious work. And I admire that about you because I've watched you grow. I've watched
Wow.
your path, your journey.
Wow. That's
From
dope.
one creator to another.
That's
I
dope.
am just grateful that I have someone like you that I can see your blueprint
That's dope.
and I can learn from your blueprint.
That's dope, man. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that I'm able to do that. I want to do that. I want to help. You know what I mean?
You are that person. You've always been this person though. You've always been
Wow.
open to how can I be of service.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
You've always been that person. This is not like you haven't changed a bit.
Wow.
Your mindset's changed, but your philosophy on life,
Wow.
your mission has always been consistent with how can I be of service.
Wow.
So I'm appreciative of that because again, just we were running to each other over the years. I was like, so what you doing now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing music and
Yeah.
now I'm doing my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's like you've evolved so much and you're constantly evolving. And it's like,
Wow.
what's next?
Wow.
I'm looking forward to the next thing.
Wow. Yeah, like I say, I'm writing some stories. I'm really excited about G Unit Studios coming to Shreveport. I want to get my stories and have them together and have them in script form and maybe submit them. You know what I mean? Who knows what could happen? But I'm just trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us and continue to grow as who I am and I feel fulfilled doing that.
That part.
Yeah.
And we gonna work on this trying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't like that trying word
Right,
when
right.
we're doing.
We are doing. We are doing. We are doing, and I'm glad you reminded me of that because I try. Again, and I'm here. I'm
Right.
saying it again, but I want to be humble. I want to be. I don't want to be full of myself and egotistical, and so I.
Hence the name Ego Trip.
Yeah.
You said a mouthful.
Yeah.
And nothing at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of like Ego Trip is like an alternate identity. It's like the wild part of me almost. You know what I mean?
Ego
Like,
trip.
yeah, absolutely. So it's like the unhinged part of me.
Ego trip is Jarius Dion.
Uh-huh.
This is the person that you let off the rails when you want someone to do your films. If you want that guy,
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you're that guy.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you as a self-publishing guru, you trying to get this work out there and you trying to get that work published. I'll let your boy, we can get that work
Oh,
published.
definitely. Definitely. Absolutely.
What are some challenges you've overcome on your journey?
A lot. Um, like I was telling you, and I'll share with everybody else, when I got on the mission of making a YouTube channel, y'all, this is crazy. Like for those people um that are into that understand the power of suggestion and speaking things into existence, check this out. So when I started my YouTube channel, there's these requirements that you have to have met in order to get your channel monetized. You got to have, at the time, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So man, I worked, and finally I got a video. I put a video out there, and it got me to watch time real quick. But I didn't have the subscribers, so they were trickling in slowly. And I was kind of watching them, looking like Birdman, rubbing my hands together, hoping that I was like, oh, just a few more, and I make a little bit, I make something else, and oh, here they come. Finally, I crossed 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I hit the button to submit to be monetized. I was like, please, yes, I want to be monetized. Boom, I hit the button, waited around, I did my dance, I was hyped, feeling good, and they sent me a message back that said, sorry, we're not going to be able to monetize your channel. And I was like, why? I had to click the link and click this link and go here and look. And they told me, your content, they said, you didn't make them videos. So I was like, what?
The content was that good.
I was like, what? So they were like, if you made them videos, upload a video explaining how you make your videos, upload it to YouTube as unlisted and use this link. Boy, y'all, when they turned me down, I was crushed. I was devastated. I was like, what am I gonna do? Because I put all my eggs, I put all my everything into YouTube. And they turned me down. They said, no, we're not gonna monetize your channel. So I was depressed for a little bit, but then I went ahead. I said, let me show them how I make these videos. So I got my phone, I got my laptop, I sat down. Look, YouTube, this is how I do it. I log into this, like, and I was silly, I was sarcastic, I was probably a little jerky, but I made the video. They said, don't make it longer than 5 minutes. I made a short video, sent it to YouTube. But here's the part. After I sent that video to YouTube, y'all, I walked around the block that I live on a circle, and the neighborhood is in a circle. So I walked the circle. But when I was walking the circle, y'all, I said out loud, YouTube is going to approve my channel for monetization real soon. And then I said it again. They're gonna approve my channel for monetization real soon. YouTube is going to approve my channel for monetization real soon. YouTube's going to approve my channel for monetization real soon. Then I was saying it with more conviction. And y'all, I probably said it about 300 times before I made it back to the house. And, it was a regular day. I worked out, got some food, watching a movie and stuff. And I opened up YouTube that night. It had a message in there, notification. I said, what is it? Click the notification. I was approved. They approved my channel for monetization. So the same day that I got the notification that said, nah, you're not approved, later that night, they approved my channel for monetization. And I spoke it. I feel like I spoke that into existence. And you know what happened? after that happened, I said, oh, it's over. I'm calling for everything that I want into existence. And that's what I've been doing.
This is what happens when you believe in the power of manifestation. This is what happens when you believe in the power of manifestation.
It's real.
And I am one of those people, I think big, so I speak big. And I have also seen things come to actuation. I can't tell y'all everything, but y'all seen the videos out there. Y'all seen Never Alone for Christmas out there on BET Plus. Shout out to the crew and the cast. Y'all know how it is. You really gotta believe.
Yeah, you definitely have to believe. And you gotta, don't forget there's power in what you say out loud. Even if you say things that are negative, you can make negative things manifest because you just spoke it into existence. It's what grandma used to tell us, be careful what you say, be careful what you ask for. It's all real. But it wasn't what's sad is I've just now recently realized in life the power of this. I should have been doing this from for a long time. I guess with maturity,
Mhm.
you get to this point. So yeah, I speak everything into existence, y'all.
I literally just said it earlier today. I call for my financial blessings to me with grace and with ease.
Yes, yes.
So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all y'all. I call forth my financial blessings to me with grace and with ease.
That's right. That's right. With grace and ease. Come to me easy.
And I literally had that day where it just happened. Just happened today.
Mm,
So I firmly believe that what you say, it can happen. What you think, it will happen.
absolutely. Absolutely, it will happen. You got to be, and that's the part. What
That
you
part.
thinking, that'll happen too. You got to be careful what you saying and what you thinking. You are 100% right.
It will happen, y'all. Like,
Hmm.
I swear in the last 24 hours, I have seen things that I have said and thought manifested
Yes,
in a material, I'm talking about materialized.
yes, yes, yes,
We must be mindful of that.
yes.
And if you are speaking negativity around you,
Yeah,
expect your negativity to find you.
yeah. I avoid negative people, negative energy. I people that are down, that are complaining all the time. I've learned how to avoid them, get away from them, because that it can rub off on you, and then now you're, yeah. I avoid it. I
No,
avoid it.
just burn your sage and your Palo Alto at your house. After you watch the show, of course, burn your sage and your Palo Alto. And if you don't have it, go tomorrow and get you some.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can start tomorrow. Just start clearing out that negative junk.
Exactly. Avoid negative people too, because they got rain clouds over their heads, and you get too close, it start raining down on you. So you got to be careful. You can, and the other thing too, like you were saying about thinking, the thoughts that are in your head, they're powerful. They're more powerful than what a lot of people understand. Um, and that's a big part of me right now, just controlling my thoughts and thinking positive thoughts, staying away from the negative thoughts, staying away from, when I think a negative thought, I try to immediately think of something positive right after that and feel it and then tell myself it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine.
I saw something on YouTube, not YouTube. I saw something on the internet this morning. It was Erica Campbell,
Hmm.
and she was saying when you're having bad situations, praise your way even in the bad situations. Don't say I lost my job. Say, okay, God, you blessed me to move forward with what I want to do.
Man, man. And I mean, just rearranging them thoughts and getting them right see it's hard, I guess, when it's happening to you. But you're right. She's right. Being able to somehow control that. I guess it'll take time. It takes a little practice. It takes time and maturity.
And I'm a person that I gotta stand on that 10 toes. I firmly believe that if you're going through a situation, you can get to that situation just by the way you carry yourself, by the way you think of yourself, by the way you treat yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
it will literally change everything around you. You know me for a while. You've seen how things around me have changed dramatically.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer that whatever I want, it's gonna come to me. Whatever I choose to do, it will find me. I don't have to find it.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have to be mindful of that. It's like now it's how we got 50 Cent here. This man see that people are putting in the work.
Yeah.
We're putting in the work. We're
Yeah.
behind what we're doing 100%. And so that was a manifestation. And I'm gonna tell you this story since we here. I remember us going to Millennium Studios when it was Millennium Studios.
Okay.
I was standing on that very ground while we were getting to go to the set for Never Alone for Christmas.
Okay.
And I started praying on that very ground. I started praying on the very ground. God bless this place. Bless this very place that I am standing in, because this very place just blessed me. It just changed my life.
Yeah.
And it changed my life.
Yeah. That's deep.
And to see now, it's no longer Millennium Studios, but G Unit Studios.
Yeah.
The power of prayer is everything.
Man, I'm telling you, you can feel, y'all, listen, if y'all are watching this and you don't live in Shreveport, let me tell you this. There is an excitement right now in Shreveport with 50 Cent being here and building G Unit Studios. There's an excitement. You can feel it across this whole city. I'm very excited about it, and apparently it ain't just me.
Because
50, and what's crazy is that who would have thought Shreveport, right? Who would have thought this place? People ask me all the time, why is 50 Cent there? Why is he doing that? I don't know. Maybe it's because he saw something here. He was like, I'm gonna move there. But I'd like to believe he heard some of our music and saw some of our stuff, So yeah, big shout out to 50 Cent, man. If you just scrolling past and you see this, man, we appreciate you coming to Shreveport. And I'm gonna tell you, we've been in need for good, leadership, really. The other thing too that I love about Fifth that I want to say. I read recently how he's going to buy property here in Shreveport and allow black folk to get that property.
He already did.
Let me tell y'all, man, when I heard that about Fifth, I was already a fan. I'm sold now, bro. Like, that's Harlem Renaissance, Philip Payton Jr. stuff. Big shout out to Fifth for that. Thank you for coming to my city, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Curtis. Curtis, welcome.
Welcome.
Next question, and this is a great segue to this question.
Okay.
How do you define success?
Well, I think success is when you are doing you to the maximum, whatever that is. All of us have different things that we're into. So what success for me is going to be different for somebody else, and what success to them is going to be different for me. When you find yourself and you're doing the thing that you love and you're in there and you're happy and you're getting the reward from it, I see that as success. I also see that making money, a substantial amount of good money, is success. Um, I think that having great relationships with people that you've known for 10, 20, 30 years, that having those is success. So to me, success is a little bit more than just making money, but it's some other things too, because you can have a lot of money and still be unhappy because you're not meeting the other things that you need to meet. So success for me entails a few different things outside of money. You know what I mean? Family and relationships, fulfillment in myself and what I do. And yeah, you can add some money to that.
Because money's always good.
Money's good. It's not everything though, and so I don't live my life like, oh, I gotta make money. I'm gonna do stuff to make money. I'm gonna do this because I need the money. Because you could be doing things for the money and it's not what you should be doing. So You know, all what they used to say, all money
ain't good money. And that's why I say again, I call my financial blessings to be with grace and with ease. Because I know once he finds me with grace and with ease, I know that that's good.
Yeah.
Because I called for that specifically.
I like that.
Just y'all can take that home with y'all later. You'll catch it on your way. Next question. What's the best advice you can give to someone thinking about starting a business or pursuing their dream?
Yeah, okay. So the first thing I would say is get out a sheet of paper. You know, get out a sheet of paper and just start brainstorming. Figure out what it is that you love to do. What is it that you'll do for free? When you figure out those things that you'll do for free, that's when you can start to kind of figure out, okay, this is what I should do. A lot of times we never figure out who we are and what we love and our passions and desires. We just figure that out along the way in life as we're going, making mistakes. But if you can sit down and just brainstorm it on a sheet of paper, that's when you really can begin to kind of go, okay, this is what I need to do because I love this right here. So how do I monetize that? Then you can start to do your research in a serious way for that. It's organizing our thoughts on a sheet of paper and getting organized. A lot of times we're not organized at all. We're going off of feelings and going off of what somebody said, or we're feeling our way to what it is that we think we should be doing. And really what we should be doing is figuring out who you are. Then when you figure out who you are, you can figure out, okay, I should do that because I like that. You know.
Hence, here we are today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I love this, and I love being a content creator, and um, you know, so I appreciate it. I appreciate being here. Yeah.
Damn, I'm just amazed. I'm
Why is that?
amazed because we're living our purpose.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It is amazing because a lot of folks didn't make it. A lot of folks didn't make it. So it is amazing. I feel blessed. I feel good. I feel happy. Y'all, I am in a great space in life. I am in a great space. Things aren't perfect, but man, things have been so good and they're getting better.
Janae Yako said it. It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful here.
Yes, yes, that's how I feel with life. And it sounds silly. I know that sounds silly to a lot of people, but man, I understand when Jill Scott was saying, golden, golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's, because that's what I'm doing.
Vibrant. It's what's in us. What's in us, we have to give.
Yeah, yeah.
As a writer, I have to give. As a singer, I have to sing. As a content creator, I have to create. Yes. Because we are in a space where if we're not doing what we want to do, then we're not fulfilled.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I am grateful that I have had the opportunity and am doing exactly what I want to do, the way I want to do it, leaving my mark the way I want to leave.
Yeah, yeah. And I encourage everybody to do the same. Find who you are. That way you can make the biggest impact in this world. You know what I mean? And don't just let life live you. Get out here and live this world. Live this life. Create your destiny.
Because this too shall pass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I am so in the space where I get it. When I tapped in and I figured out who Jerick was, I needed to get away from all of the noise.
Yes.
All of the people, all of the places, and all of the things. Sit in silence, sit in solitude.
That's right.
Turn your phone off, turn the TV off.
No distractions. That way you can figure out who am I? What am I trying to do? You know, a lot of times we don't do that. People don't know who they are. Figure out who you are, not who they say you are. Who are you? Because nobody can be you but you.
people gonna get that shit together. I'm gonna say what he's not gonna say. I'm gonna say the shit the right way. Go and figure out who the fuck you are so you can live your life the way you wanna.
That's right. That's right. And you'll be happier. You'll be happier. You'll be more successful. Because that's what I had to do. I had to figure out who I am, and we all do. Know thyself.
And to thyself be true.
Please be true. Be real with yourself. Please be real with yourself. That's actually real critical because a lot of people be deluded. They're deluded. They're bigger than who they say they are in their mind. They're legends in their own minds.
And what have you done to
Right,
fulfill that?
right. And so, we got to be realistic and be who we are. You know.
Damn, I love having you here.
Man, thank you.
Somebody gets it. Somebody understands it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not just thinking this stuff in my head.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what else is thinking is it?
Mhm.
Okay. Next question is give me your favorite quote and why. And
Wow.
we literally just said 100 quotes tonight.
Man, that's a good one.
Feel free to take notes if you choose.
Man, that's a good one, man. You know what? They're changing all the time. My favorite quote changes depending on what's going on and what's happening. There's a quote that I read today. It was actually a quote from Jesus.
Come on.
And I don't get to, y'all know I don't necessarily go there all the time, but I started thinking about how they put the Ten Commandments, how they're going to put the Ten Commandments in the classrooms here in Louisiana. All the classrooms, they passed this law.
Don't start a conversation you don't want to have.
Well, I started thinking about it. I said, because I don't necessarily want them to do that, but what I want them to do is I want them to maybe approve some free lunch for these kids. And I started thinking about it because that's actually the Christian thing to do.
Right.
And then I said to myself, didn't Jesus feed some hungry people in the Bible?
The two fish and the...
So I got to looking in Matthew, I think it's Matthew 14, verse 16. He says his disciples are with him. And it was nighttime and everything. And then I'm paraphrasing this, y'all, but they told Jesus, man, it's getting late, brother. And we got all when he got there, it was a bunch of people following. And the disciples was telling Jesus, man, it's getting late, Jay. Man, tell them to go home, man, and we'll get with them tomorrow. And he said, they need to leave. That way they can get something to eat. Jesus said, don't tell them to leave. We're going to feed them right now. Feed them now. So he fed, and I'm paraphrasing it, but he told his disciples, tell them not to leave. We're going to feed them now. And I thought about it. Y'all, that's powerful, man. That's powerful, man. You know how many times we push off people and Jesus wasn't pushing off people like that, man. He was about feeding them. He fed 5,000 people with fish and bread. And he didn't dismiss anybody. He didn't judge anybody. He didn't tell them to leave. He didn't say it was too late. He didn't say, oh, nah, you getting too much. He fed everybody. And so, I don't know, man. I just wish that those of us that say that we're Christian, let's start moving in the ways that Jesus moved and do what Jesus said. He said, you gotta feed the hungry. You gotta clothe the needy. You have to heal the sick. You have to, in order to get into heaven. It's what you have to do. And I believe in that, man. I'm tired of people just talking about being Christian.
Because you Christians out there, some of y'all do talk.
Man, I want you to live it. That's right. I want to see you live it. So I shouldn't have to ask you if you're Christian. I should just see it in your behavior. Oh, okay. I see. So I don't know. I'm paraphrasing Jesus, but he told them, tell them not to leave. We're feeding everybody. I believe that's Matthew 14, 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comment section. Please leave the correct quote in there. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, that's my favorite quote right now, man. Jesus right now. Matthew 14, verse 16, and really just I'm feeling that right now. You know what I mean? I'm really feeling that. So yeah.
Feel that. Feel that. I'm not even gonna comment. That's y'all take that with you. Take your notes and pick your Bible up tonight and get it to. All right. Can you tell us three things you'd like to see better in our community?
You know what? The first thing I want to see better in our community is I want to see an end to violent crime that's happening in our community. Number one, like it's too much violence on everybody, on everybody. I'm tired of the violent crimes. We got to figure out a way to better reconcile our differences and I want to see that change. And I guess that segues me into um, I want to see more men, more adults step up and take more roles in helping these young boys in the community. We got to kind of play a different role because a lot of these boys that grow up today, they don't have no father figures. They have no male role models in their life. They have nobody coming to them, talking to them with sense. They're indoctrinated into street culture, and they hear songs that tell them to do this and that, and it's never good. And they watch things on the internet, on TV that persuade them into street culture. I want to see more men from the community take an active role in stepping to these kids and speaking positivity and giving them direction in a real way. And then the third thing I want to see what 50 Cent is doing here in Shreveport. I want to see black money come here to Shreveport and open it up to where black folk can own things in Shreveport. We've been locked out. We don't have any access. And I hate that it took somebody from another state to come down here and do this because, boy, we had plenty of folks from right here in Louisiana that could have done it. They could have took their money and invested it back into black folk, but they didn't do it. So I'm very happy that that's happening, and that's something that I've been wanting to see happen for a
Mhm.
while.
I'm gonna piggyback on something that you just said. I was working at a day camp this week, and I was asking some of the kids who are some of their role models,
Mm,
and I'm listening to 9 and 10-year olds saying that Sexy Red is their role model.
yeah,
Now, I don't know if you're gonna see the Sexy Red, but I want you to understand that you are making a very, very big impression on some 9 and 10-year olds that I had to work with this week.
yeah,
And if you are not putting out content that these kids can really get into, and not just them shaking their bodies to, but opening up their minds to,
right.
like the fact that I'm listening to 9-year-olds saying that she got this song and we can do this, and I'm looking like,
Yeah, I mean, we're influenced by rappers and athletes because they have money. So we look at people that have money, like especially black folk. We look at our black people that have money, and we say they're free. They're free. So we gonna look at them. We look up to them and what they say and what they do. And we've always kind of looked up to these rappers. And yeah, it's unfortunate that Sexy Red is out here spreading that message. But that's why I say more adults and men need to step up and say, hey, well, I hear you, my brother. I know you like Sexy Red, and yeah, this and that, but there's STDs out here. So the sexual contact that you're having, there's a risk to that. Or you can get the girl pregnant. Are you prepared to take responsibility for that? We need more adults to step up and to play more of an active role with our little black boys. The little girls is doing pretty good. They go into college, they go to school. Little girls seem to do pretty good.
Shout out to y'all. Kudos.
But it's our little black boys that are having the hardest problem. And so guys, there's a need for men to step up and to raise our boys and protect our boys. Okay? We need to provide them direction and give them some, tell them that, hey, this is cool and this ain't. I know the rappers say that's cool, but let me tell you, it's not. And I guess it goes to the old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. So that's what we need to do. We need to make villages. We need to operate as a village and raise these boys that are lost.
It takes a village seriously. This man is a part of my village, and he didn't even know it.
I'm honored. I'm honored. And I'm honored because that's what I want to do. I want to help. I want to be a part of positivity in this world.
He's been part of the village silently until today.
It's been revealed.
It has been revealed. He has been part of my village.
That's amazing.
Silently.
That's amazing.
Because I look up to, I've always looked up to him. I'm like, man, he's going to college
Wow.
while I'm going to college.
Wow.
Okay, I'm right on the path that I'm supposed to be.
Wow.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes,
He's here and I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be because someone that I look up to is right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. We got there. We evolved and got there at almost the same time because we both were in retail, and those days were hard. Like y'all that work retail, man, big shout out to y'all. We know how much you put up with and go through. It's hard work, but we wanted something more. We wanted better, and we did that.
Right. I'm going to say it again, Marshalls, I'm not coming back.
Right.
Not coming back, Marshalls. Y'all can stop begging, stop asking, stop pleading. I'm not coming back.
Right.
I'm really good.
Right.
I'm really good at this point.
Right.
Final question, and then we're going to move into candy or corn.
Okay.
What would be your wish for the next generation?
Oh, wow. I wish the next generation can find some direction in how to move us forward in the right manner. Now, I mean that in a lot of different ways because Black folk in particular, we need direction. We need to know where do we move forward to? How do we move forward as a group? And I mean that in the sense of like, how do we get on the same page and unify as Black people? We're all different. We're all over the place. You got brothers over here wearing dashikis and then brothers over there wearing MAGA hats, talking about Trump. We all need to figure out how to become Black people and get together on the same page. And I hope that the young people in the future can help get us there, right? I also hope that we could do something about the environment. The world is getting hotter.
Very.
And things don't look like it's getting better as far as that's concerned. And water pollution and air pollution, I'm concerned about all that. People are developing cancers and asthma and different things like that. I hope the young generation can somehow get that under control for the future. We should be passing down a better world to the kids. We should be passing down a better planet. Humans need to be stewards of the environment, taking care of plants and animals in the earth. So I'm hoping that the future generation can do stuff like that. Yeah.
That's important, people.
Yeah.
This is our planet.
Yeah.
Our water is like yucky right now. Yucky. On the news.
Yucky.
Just today.
And last time I checked, well, majority of your body is made out of water. Mm-hmm. So you got to have it. It's one of the 4 things you need to live. And so you need air, you need water, you need food, and you need rest, or you're dead. And so we got to have clean water. And I want to see the kids doing more of an active role in cleaning up this environment.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that because we gotta be proactive in what's going on and
And
not
the
reactive.
and the world is getting hotter, y'all. Like it's getting hot. It's never been this hot outside. I played outside all day when I was a kid in the hot, baking hot sun. This right here, you play out here in this right here, you out of here.
You have a heat stroke.
You are out of here. I was shocked when I seen it get to 114 and all that last year.
Yeah, they say cancer season, we bring the heat, but we ain't bring that type of heat. And we ain't gonna take credit for that. These last few years, cancer season, we're not gonna take full credit for that. That's something totally off our Richter scale. All right. Ego Trip, we are about to play candy or corn.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you about these candies.
Okay.
If you eat these candies, you can say candy. If you would not eat these candies, you can say corn.
Oh, okay.
And I want to invite the viewers who are tuning in. Y'all can also put your comments down in the comment section. Would you candy or would you corn these candies?
Okay.
All right. First candy up is the York's peppermint patty.
Corn. Corn.
That part. Next candy is 100 grams.
Okay, I guess I'll do that one. We can do 100-gram candy.
Sneakers.
Okay, candy.
M&M's.
Candy. There's the ones with peanuts in it.
That part. Because them legit. Mike and Ike's.
I can do Mike and Ike's candy.
Lemonades.
But a lot of people do. But I'm gonna go corn on lemonades.
That part. Twix.
Oh yeah, I'm rocking with Twix candy. Rocking with Twix.
And can we have a debate about this? What makes the left Twix better than the right?
You know what? I don't know because you know what? Before I can figure it out, I wolfed the other one down.
That part. This debate has been raging for years. Which is better, the left Twix or the right?
If I could eat them slow enough, I might figure it out. But I wolfed them Twix down. I love Twix, man. That's fire.
Hey Twix, can y'all answer that in the comment section?
Right.
That? Why is the left or the right better than each other?
Right.
When they're in the same package. Right.
It's usually the left one. The left one's fire for some reason. Is that the first one you eat?
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Twix.
Big shout out to Twix, man.
Next candy up is Skittles.
Skittles. You know what? I kind of like Skittles actually. There was some new Skittles I had that was really jumping. They were different flavors. They were like fruit flavors or something like that. I rock the Skittles candy.
Next candy is the Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, you know what? I love Sour Patch Kids actually. Yeah, let's do that. Sour Patch Kids candy for sure.
Like, hey, Sour Patch Kids, just send me the whole damn factory.
Yeah, man, those are fire. I love them. Love them.
Once I smoke, I can eat like a whole package of that by myself. Shout out to Sour Patch Kids.
Go.
Final candy is candy corn.
Oh no, no. I can't do candy corn.
Another one.
But you know what? When you were asking about Twix, you know what candy that we didn't bring up that I love? Payday.
It's the Snickers cousin.
Hey, if you like Payday, put it in the comment section, man. Am I the only one that like Payday?
He's not. They're cousins to the Snickers.
Yeah.
Without the chocolate.
Yeah, true.
And my grandma, she loves Payday so much. She would have like 5 of them in her refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
And the last time I was up to visit her in Michigan, I would sneak and eat her payday.
Ooh, you was trying to die.
Not really. It was just to get under his skin.
That's gonna get under there like a hypodermic.
Like I ate like 3 of the 5.
Ooh, yeah. See,
And I was like, I'll buy you some paydays, 3 of the 5.
and
Good. Shout out to
they've
paydays.
been in the fridge too. They getting good, getting solid in that fridge.
Ooh, to the
Yeah.
420ers,
Yeah.
put your payday in the fridge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get that thing like a solid 35, 45
Oh yeah.
minutes.
That's the only way to do them, man. It's the only way to do it.
You're going to be in heaven.
Heaven. Heaven.
Absolute freaking heaven. Okay? This man knows I'm not lying about that.
Yeah, man. Those paydays is fire, man. Shoot.
Oh, Ego, that is candy or corn.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
for playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine.
Yes. So, as y'all know, we have to spill all of this tea over here in a little tea time before we go. I gotta make this announcement really quick before we get into this tea spill. So, as y'all know, tonight is the season finale of season 8 of a little tea time. We are 3 years running in season 8. People, I am going to be taking a break after tonight's show. We'll be still posting, but we will be taking a break. So I appreciate everybody who came in here tonight, who's been tuning in. I've appreciated y'all's energy and your love and your time and your
Yeah. Yeah,
dedication and
man.
commitment
Yeah. Yeah.
to a little tea time tonight.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Really,
it.
really, really. So now I gotta spill all of this tea so we can get out of here.
Okay.
So as y'all know, it is still Black History, no, Black Music Month, and it is still Pride Month. I gotta send shout outs to everybody who did something positive this past Juneteenth.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got out there and you really celebrated Juneteenth,
Yeah.
this is the time
Yeah.
to celebrate
Yeah.
this movement because we are in a time where they are trying to set us back.
That's right. That's right. That's
And we
right.
need to let people understand that we are not going back, we are pushing forward.
That's right.
And so I just got to commend everybody out there who literally celebrated Juneteenth, whether you are queer or not.
That's right.
Thank y'all for getting out there for each event that you celebrated, for all of the posts that you put out there. I enjoyed your energy, people.
That's right.
We got to continue to celebrate us, and we have to continue to celebrate us when no one else is watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And big shout out to everybody that participated in Pride Month. You were bold. We stand with you and we love you. So yeah, we just gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to push. Big shout out to everybody that pushed forward with Juneteenth and put some respect on Juneteenth. Because I want to double back on that. You know what I'm saying? And it's this is a new thing for us, but we're gonna make this special. We're gonna make this special.
And we're going to continue to make this grow.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
y'all, congrats to everybody who just did something positive to celebrate the culture. Because we got to remember, we have little people who are watching. We have to let them know where we come from
Yes, sir.
so they can know where they're going.
Yes.
And if you do not know where you come from, you
Mm.
cannot know where you're going.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm.
That was for free. You're welcome.
Mm.
So every Monday night, if y'all are out there at Words Over Lattes, gotta send shout outs out to y'all. Y'all
Oh
know
yeah.
Words Over Lattes.
Words over lattes. Big shout outs to y'all, man. I'm gonna come show up myself, man. You guys are always fire. Words over lattes. Big shout out to you guys.
Yes. So if y'all were at Manifest this past Tuesday, the finale show, gotta send shout outs to everybody out at our space. We had a phenomenal time. I want to thank everyone over at Manifest for giving me the opportunity to hit the stage and blessing the people with one of my pieces, look alike. So thank y'all for having me come through. Shout out to everybody at Art Space who made it possible for us to come in and do Manifest. Shout out to Michael Miller and to everybody behind the scenes who made Manifest a success at Art Space for these last few weeks. So thanks to y'all. Shout outs to y'all. Um, got to have to send shout outs to everybody who was at Art-ish this past weekend. People, I am still trying to get some sleep.
Right.
I'm not fully rested yet. If you've been paying attention to my Facebook page, the posts are not up there just yet because I gotta get some rest. But all in all, I had a fantastic weekend. I had a fantastic time. It was so cool to network with all of these artists that I've never met.
That was
Shout
here in
outs.
Shreveport,
That was
right?
here in Shreveport
Okay.
at the Riverview Convention
Oh, okay,
Center.
okay.
We had a fantastic time. Shout outs to Drayden Dunn and his beautiful wife and everybody who just made this event so successful for us to let Black creatives
Word.
come into a space and promote our work, promote
Word.
our art.
Word.
To see all of those musicians who came through. Shout outs to Adriana Burton who came through and blessed us. Shout outs to all of these wonderful creators that I had the opportunity to be in the room with. I got to send shout outs to one of my day one supporters, Miss Stephanie Dearborn, who is one of my royalty readers who comes through for me. It was so good to see her, like, literally bless my soul because your day one supporters,
Yeah.
like
That's everything. That's your foundation.
everything. Like
That's your foundation. Them day ones. And I'm trying to figure out what can I do for the people that have been my day ones. Like I want to do something when I get in a position where I have a little something and I can do something special. I'm gonna do something for y'all that's been down from day one. So
yes, yes,
you know,
like
it's coming. I ain't gonna. I just see you when I see you, and I
that part.
bless you.
I am grateful, eternally grateful to my day one tea timers, to my day one royalty readers. I am eternally grateful because
Word.
y'all really pour your energy and your love into me. So I am so grateful for that.
Word.
But again, had a fantastic time. Next year, I'm saying it right here tonight. I'm doing Artish 2025. I'm already doing it. I'm
It
already
was
there.
that good.
It was that great.
Wow. Wow.
That great. So 2025, y'all gonna see this beautiful face again.
Yeah.
Remember the vest, because y'all will see this vest again. Or when I update it or whatever I do. But y'all will see me again at Artist 2025. God willingly, it's already done. All right.
Absolutely.
I got to send shout outs to the Shreveport Press Education and Art Collective for having me as their guest at their Juneteenth event this week. I was their guest poet. So I got to open and close their event.
Wow.
Thank y'all, because y'all treated me like a rock star.
That's dope.
Them beignets was off the hook.
Mm.
Them beignets was off the hook. That
Mm.
Oboa juice was off the hook. Gotta send shout outs to the tea cake queen with her tea cakes. I ate like three of them and I got like three left and I'm saving them for the night. So shout outs to you, tea cake queen, because them tea cakes is off the hook. Um, Gotta send shout outs and congrats out to Cassandra's on the River having their grand opening today.
Oh, okay.
So they moved to a new location. Now they were out on Mansfield Road in Jewella. And I was going to that location from Highland to Mansfield Road in Jewella. And now y'all are downtown Shreveport.
Wow.
And y'all saw me post the photos today when y'all see the post on my Facebook page. Get those gator bites. Just get into them. Like, don't take my word for it. Go try it for yourself.
Wow.
Right? Location is perfect. The atmosphere is perfect. The place is absolutely
Where are they at
beautiful.
downtown?
They are located in the red light district, right under the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So if you know where Nikki's is,
Yeah.
and where the casino is, they're stationed right between Nikki's and the casino.
Okay. Yeah. I like that little spot right there. There's a little stage over there. Every now and then somebody be performing on it. Man, Shreveport, we're growing, baby. We arriving, and I'm proud, and I'm happy, and I like to see my city shine. So, yeah,
Cassandra's on the river.
on Red River, man.
Just don't. Just tell them that Jerry from a Lil Tea Time and Ego Sunshine by it.
Already,
Just,
already.
I'm just saying. Shout outs to y'all again. Gotta get this in. So y'all know the Let the Good Time Rolls Festival kicks off tonight. Tonight.
I
It
didn't
kicks
know
off
that.
tonight. So from tonight until Sunday, we will have one of the biggest festivals going down this weekend. We're going to have music artists from all over the place. Your favorite music artists are going to be in town this weekend. Your favorite vendors are going to be out there working. If you like to eat, they're going to have them vendors out there with them food trucks. Y'all don't want to miss the Let the Good Times Roll Festival this weekend, right?
That's dope.
Y'all get out there, go have some fun. Let's be positive. Let's celebrate positivity out there. And while you're out there, keep your umbrella. If you got to keep your sun off you.
Yeah,
Get your
it's
sunscreen.
yeah, protect yourself, y'all, because it is hot. It is definitely hot.
And stay hydrated, people.
Please, please.
Let's stay hydrated. Gotta send shout outs to Philly. Now, Philly, they are doing their Literary Moments magazine and Just for Girls Philly Indie Book Fair. That is coming up June the 29th at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is going to be free to the public. They're going to have book signings, live readings, workshops, and food trucks. So to all the people in Philly, y'all go out there and celebrate those writers and those authors and those literary geniuses that you are
Yes.
and be great.
Yes.
So shout out to Philly.
Big shout out.
Gotta also send shout outs to the Shreveport Writers Club. Y'all know I am a member of the Shreveport Writers Club. We have our meetings every first and third Saturday. So tomorrow we shall be meeting, and we want to encourage other writers. If you are a published author, if you are a writer in the making, you should come and network with the Shreveport Writers Club.
Absolutely.
Over at the Walmart Branch Library from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. We have a great time and fellowship as writers. We encourage each other, we push each other, we promote each other, we encourage each other.
That's dope.
And as writers, when we accomplish something, we celebrate that within our group.
Yeah.
So it's been a great family for me since 2020. It's been my writing family since 2020.
That's dope.
They have watched me grow. And we want to continue to do that for other people out there in the community who are writers. If you are inspiring short stories, whatever your media is, you have a home with the Shreveport Writers Club.
And we just got finished talking about it's about who you know and your relationship with them. So yeah, if you're a writer, definitely y'all take advantage of what he's saying. Take advantage and show up to the Writers Club. Definitely. You say it's gonna be at the Broadmoor Library.
Broadmoor Branch Library.
10 a.m.
12 p.m. It's free.
There it is. There
Come
it is,
through,
y'all.
be inspired.
There it is.
All right, so August. Mark your calendars. August the 2nd and 3rd will be the day market. They are already looking for vendors to book this event. I've already posted the flyer to my Facebook and my Instagram page. You do not have to miss this event. If you are a vendor, you want to read the flyer for all of the information so you can also be on time.
Yeah.
For this event, right? It is going to be at Mall St. Vincent. The time has yet to be decided, but as the information is available, I will be sharing it. Right?
That's dope. The day market. That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope.
So basketball fans out there, we gotta send shout outs to the Boston Celtics winning the NBA Finals this week.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Big shout out to the Boston Celtics, man. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and you guys got the first championship. And You know, down here in Louisiana, we was rooting for the Dallas Mavericks. But big shout out to the Boston Celtics.
He was rooting.
For
I
the
had no horse in that race. He was rooting. I had no horse in this race. I am a football fan.
Oh yeah,
I root for the Cowboys.
the other Dallas team.
And I sip on my tea, Kermit. And I see you got on your Pelicans jersey.
Oh man, you know we repping the home team, man. I want to see Zion #1. I want to see Zion shine this upcoming year. So Zion, if you're watching this, bruh, you need to like follow a diet and leave them ladies alone. Leave them alone. Just get you one and rock with her, and don't have no more babies, and just work out, my brother. Take care of yourself. You're in a good position. You could do something. We want to see you in the championships. Pelicans, let's go.
I'm gonna put my glasses on because I detect a little shade there. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. You know, no, I mean, I want to see the home team win. You know, I actually went to my first NBA game a couple of years ago, and that was awesome.
Who played?
It was the Pelicans versus the San Antonio Spurs. And I watched it in the Smoothie King Center down in New Orleans. Enjoyed it. The food was too expensive in the dome, but
of course,
we went to walk-ons after that and had a great time, y'all. If you've never been to an NBA game, go to an NBA game. And if you're here in Louisiana, support the Pelicans for sure.
He said it, I did.
Support Pelicans.
All right. Got to get into this music news. I got to send shout outs to one of my Tea Time guests over here, Mr. Joshua Mack. His album, The Book of Joshua, is set to release July the 3rd. That is literally in 2 weeks. I am a fan of this man because this man releases just feel good music. It's feel good content. It's not garbage. It's not trash. It's inspiring. It's about love. It's about having a good time. It's just about being good people. So shout outs to you, Joshua Mack. I can't wait till this album comes out. I just want you to come out Lil Tea Time and just drop a sample on the people when you get a chance.
That's dope.
I gotta send shout outs to Miss Adriana Burton, who was just out at Art-ish this past weekend. I missed you, Adriana. Girl, you just give people life. And I'm just so fucking proud of what you've been doing with this new single, Free Falling. Free Falling has now over 12,000
that's dope.
streams.
Wow.
And her song is now on the radio here in Shreveport.
Oh, okay. That's dope. What's the name of her song again?
It's Free Falling. Y'all can check this out right now. It's on YouTube right now.
Hey, and support her, y'all. We need to support our local people and show love. So definitely.
Yes. Gotta send shout outs to breakout singer and podcast host of Welcome to the Woods, YouTube star, Mr. Marcus Wayne, aka Brown Wolf, with his new single, Take Me. Also another banger right now. Hey Marcus, let's keep doing these tracks, bro. Let's keep putting it out there. Wolfpack shit. You know that. Also, got to shout out to my bro over in East Texas, Mr. J Signs, with his new single Zoomies featuring Nosy Boy Duh. It's out right now. This man is also killing it with these strings. And he is literally about to take over the world if he has not done it just yet.
That's dope.
So big fan of these artists right now who are doing their damn thing. Also, gotta send shout outs to one of my favorite people on the planet, Pose and American Horror Story actor and star Michaela J. Rodriguez just dropped her new single, I Am. This song came out last night, y'all. Like yesterday. I watched this video like 3 times. So far today. Just today I watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
I am a fan of this music. I am a fan of Michaela J. Rodriguez as a trans woman putting it down in this music industry that is already tough for people of color to get in and dominate the way we are.
Right, right.
To have a person of color who is transgender to do what she is doing. I am such a fan of hers. Thank you, Michaela J. Rodriguez, for continuing to inspire me as a person within this community of LGBTQIA plus that we can do what we want to do when we put our minds to it. So you continue to do it, sis, and I'm gonna continue to push it out over here on a Lil Tea Time, all right? I love you, girl. Fuck it up, all right? Continue to fuck it up. Now, I gotta send shout outs to my bro, Mr. Quincy Edwards, aka the Ninth Legend, with his films, $100 and listen anymore. The links are already on my Facebook page. I am also a fan of this man because this man is a brilliant filmmaker. I want to be in one of his films when he get me into the film.
Yeah.
And I want to work with him because I can see that this man is a man of vision.
Yeah.
And he always shares his content with me on Facebook to give him positive feedback. So if y'all are following the Ninth Legend on YouTube, check out $100 and listen anymore right now. Shout out to you, my
big shout out. Big shout out to Ninth Legend, man. Always working, always putting stuff out. Super smart. Y'all need to support my boy, Ninth Legend. Go look him up.
That part. All right, so we got to get into these birthdays because y'all know we celebrate birthdays around here, and it is officially Cancer season. So, hey, Geminis, your time came and went. It's now our time to play. So, I got to send a big, huge shout out to all of my fellow Cancers who are celebrating birthdays this month. And today, y'all, when I tell y'all these celebrities who are celebrating birthdays today are going to be shocking, they're about to be shocking. So just hold on to your weed. If you got your wig on, just hold tight because you might get it blown off after you hear this list. So I gotta send shout outs to pop singer Lana Del Rey, YouTube star Wood'a. Gotta send shout outs to movie actor Chris Pratt, who's celebrating his birthday today. Model Jessica White, who's celebrating her birthday today. TV actress Natalie Lind, happy birthday to you. Lead rock singer of The Killers, Brandon Flowers, is his birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Gotta send shout outs to pop singer Rebecca Black, also celebrating her birthday today. Competitive eater, Mr. Eric Booker. I saw this dude when I was looking him up. Dude is huge.
Eric Booker. That rings a bell. Eric Booker.
He's a competitive eater. Didn't know who this guy was, never met him, but he's a fellow Cancer.
Okay.
And it's cool.
I think I've heard of him somewhere. I don't know if is he on a show or something?
Probably so.
Okay.
He's a competitive eater, so he might have done some movie roles.
Okay.
He was just in a film as a background extra, probably was a lead. We would never know.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
That's dope. Happy birthday, brother.
Mr. Eric Booker.
Yeah.
Gotta continue to send shout outs to movie actor and Empire star Mr. Jesse Smokely. Today's his birthday today.
Jesse,
you know I love you, even though I bagged on you, Jesse. I didn't know you were a Cancer.
Jesse!
Small fucking world today. Okay? Happy birthday to you, Jesse Smollett.
That's cool.
Happy birthday to rapper Julio Julio, celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday to TV actor Michael Malarkey, celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday to a movie actress, royalty, Miss Jane Russell. Happy birthday to her, RIP. And finally, actual royalty birthdays today, huh? So, gotta send shout outs to the Prince William of Wales. Today is Prince William of Wales' birthday today. So, shout out to Prince William.
That's cool.
He's also a Cancer. Would have never guessed it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Happy birthday to him.
Cool.
And shout out to him and to all of my cancers celebrating this month. Happy birthday to y'all. My
Absolutely.
birthday is July the 13th. So y'all will not see me because I will be doing some shit, talking my shit, celebrating my shit, and getting into some shit
Right.
for my 30 seconds. But again, happy birthday to y'all. I'm so happy for y'all. If you're celebrating today, live it up.
Absolutely.
If you're not, resting is also good.
That's right.
It's also a great option.
That's right.
So, with that being said, I want to continue to thank all of my royalty readers who have their copies of all of my books. I've sold out all of my books at Artist Show. I don't have any books to promote tonight,
Wow.
which is fantastic
That's
shit.
dope. That's dope.
So thank you for all of the royalty readers who have coming full circle to Marriage Money and Mayhem, to everyone who has Quarantine Quest, The Confessions of a Conceited Drum King. Oh Lord,
It's a
the
lot
list
of
just
work.
goes on and on.
It's a lot of work.
Thank you to everyone who has been supporting the work. It's out there on Amazon.com. Just type search Jarius. That's JRAYIS Deyon DEYOND, and y'all can get into that work. All
That's
right.
dope.
Got to send shout outs to everyone who has been checking out a Lil Tea Time via Facebook, via Instagram, tonight here on YouTube.
Yep.
And if you're listening and watching out there on Spotify, thank y'all to all of my Tea Timers who've been just keeping it going with me. Thank y'all for being a part of an amazing 8th season this season. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I am going to give you the final word, and then we're going to be out.
You know what, man? I want to say big shout out to everybody that's supported my YouTube platform, High Velocity Philosophy. Shout out to everybody that stayed down the 3goTrip platform, 3goTrip. You can go look that up on YouTube. Find me on social media. I'm everywhere. Um, I want to say thank you for having me on a Little Tea Time, man. I appreciate it. This is special, and anytime I can get a chance to get myself out there and help somebody else and be a part of their platform and help myself by being a part of their platform, I'm going to do it. And so I appreciate you having me on the show. I really do.
Appreciate it. Second studio guest for season 8. I cannot wait until we are in a bigger studio.
Yeah.
And we got our audience. And they will hear this theme music playing around the world like, oh my God, it's my dream. And I cannot wait to see how far and how big this dream will be.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But as I say after every single show for now, 8 seasons, opportunities knocking, you matter. Let's build and go higher, Shreveport. And remember to be great on purpose and not by accident. The future is now. I am Jared, aka Jarvis D, your favorite published author's favorite published author, with tonight's guest.
3goTrip, your boy Kali Turner. Holla at me.
Until next time, see y'all in season 9.
See you.
Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Y'all ready? Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Oh yeah. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Who listen? Welcome to Lil Tea Time. All right. Welcome to Lil Welcome to Welcome to Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Peace, y'all.